Namaste. Every human being is seeking one thing. Every human being, no exception. And she is seeking permanent happiness in life. A happiness that cannot be taken away from him or her. But that kind of happiness is possible only through something permanent in life. If your happiness is dependent on something impermanent, your happiness cannot be permanent. If you are happy because of a big house, or a nice car, or a good job, with the removal of these things, your happiness will vanish. And the circle of desire is vicious. Today you desire something, tomorrow you desire something else. And when one desire is fulfilled, you feel happy for some time. And then you fed up and look for something more and more. Ultimately, a point comes when one starts on the journey of finding out the permanent peace. And he starts through the search of God, the meaning of life. The meaning and search of God has no value before one is totally fed up with the worldly desires. If you have worldly desires and also the desire to find what God is, the value of that desire is not that intense. It is just another desire. But when one is ultimately fed up, he moves toward God. Ultimately, totally fed up. So, what are the steps to find God or to find that permanent happiness in life? So, in Hindu mythology, the first enlightened master was Shiva. He has many names. One is Adiyogi, also the father of yoga. So he gave 7 steps to find God, to find what is the true purpose, what is that permanent peace is, and how to get it. So there is a book by the name Namah Shiva Shantai, Salutations to Shiva, the Peaceful One. And it is a book of dialogue between Shiva and his wife Parvati. His wife asks him a question: Shiva, how to realize God, how to find that state of bliss. And Shiva said there are 7 steps to reach that goal. And the steps are: The first is firm determination, an unshakable determination. Even an earthquake cannot break that determination. That yes, I will find my goal, I will realize God, I will experience that state of bliss, ecstasy, the state of permanent happiness. No matter what, my determination is not going to break. He also said that there are three types of humans. The first ones are those who are still into worldly desires, who are not at all interested in God, and they do not walk on this journey to realize God or to find it. They are still happy with the little happiness that they get from the little desires that they have. The second are those who walk but stop in the middle because of some kind of distractions or obstacles. And the third are those who do not stop at all until the goal is reached. So you have to be on the top tier. You have to be a human with that firm kind of determination, the unshakable determination. That is the base that is required. That is the foundation that is required. Then he said, there are obstacles in the path, and you have to be aware of those. The first obstacle is you should not be worried about what the society says, what others says regarding your goal. Either they condemn it or they praise it. You should not worry about it at all. That is their job. Leave it to them. The second is arrival of wealth. Either it is money or knowledge, whatever it is, it should not stop you. Wealth plays a very significant role. Sometimes it accelerates your growth, sometimes it deteriorates it, but you have to walk continuously. The third is monotony. Monotony, boredom is an obstacle that creates that stops the seeker in a very tremendous way. You have to do the same things again and again. Either it is meditation or something else, or yoga, or asanas, pranayam, whatever it is, you are bound to get bored at a certain point of time, repeating the same thing again and again and again. You will think that there is no point. You are not getting any result, and also you are getting bored. And we have very less attention span at this point of time. So you should not be concerned about the monotony. You should keep on moving, keep on moving. So these are the pitfalls. After this first step, the firm determination, you have to move to the second step, and it is surrender. In Sanskrit, it is called as Shraddha, but it is loosely translated into devotion, faith, and surrender. And it means in Sanskrit, it is called as Shraddha. The two words that make Shraddha is Shrat plus Dha. Shrat means to keep in mind the divine entity, the God that you are seeking all the time. And Dha means movement towards it. Devotion is something else, faith is something else again. But Shraddha means you have to keep the entity in your mind and you have to move towards it, no matter what. The third step is Guru Puja or Master's devotion, I would say. Puja, Puja, I don't know the translation of the word puja into English, but the word, the third step means whatever the master says, an authentic master says, your master says, you have to walk on that path without hesitation, without any kind of fear, without any kind of doubt. Whatever he says, I use the word authentic. There are thousands of masters out there who feed upon the students or the devotees. But a true master work to make you a master, not a devotee. And you have to find a true master. And whatever the true master says, you have to walk on that path without any hesitation, without any doubt, and without any fear. Then comes the fourth step. The fourth step is equanimity of the mind. We should know that we all are the progeny of the same Supreme Father, all of us. There is no higher, no lower. All of us are same, just like when we stand in the shade of the sun, we all receive the sunlight equally. The taller one or the shorter one, the white or the black, Indian or the Hispanic, Chinese or the Japanese. We all are same because we have only one ancestor and that is God. So there should be no superiority complex inside our mind and there should be no inferiority complex as well. And apart from that, we should not have complexes like helplessness, hopelessness. Because we are moving towards God, it is His duty to take our hand also. So hopelessness and helplessness should be removed also from the mind. Complexes should be eradicated. And when you have such kind of mind, then you have equanimity as well. We assign values to people. The guard doesn't get the same kind of respect that your boss gets from you. And because of that, your mind is not stable. If you treat the both alike, and that is possible only through love, then you have a mind which is tranquil. Then comes the withdrawal of senses, or bringing the senses from outwards to inwards. We have 10 senses plus mind, total 11. 10 senses are motor senses plus knowledge senses. And they all are outward going, they move outwards. We have to bring that energy which is going outward, inwards, and when all the energy is moving inside, you have the power to direct it towards the goal that is God. You have to have a mind which always think of God also. His physical actions, his mental actions are done keeping the thought of godliness all the time. And when you have that, automatically your senses will be in control and they will move inside. If you do not have that supreme entity in your mind, it will be scattered, your energies will be scattered. And when they are scattered, you cannot have that energy, that power, that intensity which will help you move towards the divine entity. So you have to keep that in mind in your thoughts, in your actions, in your speech all the time. Next comes is balanced diet. So for physical food, there is a simple rule. You have to take 50% solid food, 25% liquid, and 25 should be left for air. You can eat whatever you like, vegetarian, non-vegetarian. Then you have to take liquid, 25%, 50% solid, 25% liquid, and 25% should be left for air because air is used to digest the food as it is required for combustion. Non-vegetarian food should be avoided. It is good for health, but it should be avoided for the simple fact that when you kill an animal, he releases fearful hormones. And those hormones enter into his body, its body. And when you consume that hormones, your mind also become fearful. If you are able to control your fears, then it is fine. But if you cannot do that, then it is kind of harmful. And talking about the mental food, we should not feed upon violence, hatred, and the qualities that bring us down. We should consume we should consume the words of the wise, words of those who have achieved something, upliftment thoughts, which can also trigger our movement in a positive way. Not consuming every kind of bullshit on the mental level. It harms a lot more than the physical food. So you should be aware all the time what kind of mental food you are taking in. Are you taking something which is making you gross, or are you taking something which is making you graceful? And whatever brings grace to you, to your being, you should have it. So these were the 6 steps that were given by Shiva to Parvati, to his wife. The first was firm determination, the second was Shraddha, devotion, faith. The third is Guru Puja or Master's worship. The fourth is equanimity of mind. Fifth is the control of senses, bringing it inside and directing it towards the goal, the God. Sixth is balanced diet. And seventh, when his wife asked, "What is the seventh step, darling?" And he said, "There is no seventh step. And this is the most important step. If I give you the seventh step, you will ask for the eighth step or the ninth step, and the step will increase. But if you do the 6 steps properly, there is no need for the seventh step." And here he stopped. The seventh is no stop, no step, but it is the ultimate step. If you do the first 6 properly, you are bound to reach your goal. You are bound. So, for all of those who are interested in finding the true purpose or the actual happiness that cannot be taken away from you, these are the steps from the first master of Hindu mythology, Shiva, Adiyogi. And it is applicable to all the human beings. Determination, then Shraddha. Finding an authentic master is a tough task, but once you find him, do not lose him. Equanimity of mind is also possible easily. It can be done when you are in love with the whole existence. Pulling your senses inward is easy when your goal is God. When in your thought He is, in your speech He is, in your action He is. Balanced diet, again, it is easy. And if you can do these easy steps, you are bound to become enlightened, liberated. Namaste.